Alright gang, welcome back. It has been a while since I've taken a look at Zorin Linux. This is the beta release, Zorin OS 15. Yeah, this year marks the 10th anniversary since the first Zorin Linux distribution. My, how time flies. Well, this is the beta. You can download this from the Zorin OS website, and I'll read this briefly. After a long development cycle, we're excited to introduce the beta of the next major version of the operating system. Let me fast forward. It says here the result is a desktop experience that combines the most powerful desktop technology with the most user-friendly design. I don't know if it's truly the most user-friendly design, but that being said, this is a modified version of GNOME or GNOME. And yeah, I believe this is something that might be suitable for newbies to the world of Linux, at least to try it out. And I think it looks and feels terrific. So scrolling down real quick, some new features, something called Zorin Connect to connect your Android phone based on GS Connect and KDE Connect. This has the latest Gnome Shell 3.30 for better, faster performance. I can't really tell that much running this off a live USB stick. By the way, if you are a newbie, testing Linux off a USB stick is quite easy and safe. The only way to test the true performance of this is to install it. I don't mean a virtual box. I mean a full install on a separate machine. You guys know I love Thinkpads. Alright, new design, new desktop theme, adapts throughout the day. Zorin Auto Theme is a new feature which automatically switches the desktop theme into dark mode at sunset and back to light mode after sunrise. Alright, nice feature. Touch layout for tablets, some redesigned apps. The future of Linux apps? Well, it might be. Zorin will support flat packs and snaps. There is a do not disturb mode to do apps and some other improvements here we'll not go into. So overall, briefly looking at the feature list, very nice. Let's take a quick look and see what we have. So this is the default desktop here. I did the briefly install Voco screen to record this. There is no default screen recorder installed. Alright, so right click, nice wallpaper by the way. So right click, if you've messed with Ubuntu before, you've probably seen this and how this works, but I'll go to this rather briefly. Let's take a look and see what kind of wallpapers we have. Now again, if you do a full install of this, it should run noticeably faster. Alright, nice selection, good enough. I'll just keep it the way it is. We'll click cancel. Since we're in the settings, let's see what we have here. Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, appearance, and let's see, notifications. Okay, search, contacts, files, so on, region and language, universal access, online accounts. Connect to your data in the cloud if you so choose to. Privacy, of course. Looks like everything is toggled off except usage and connectivity checking. There is a firewall configuration option. Sharing. Alright, screen sharing is off. Sound. Checking the input. Looks like it's very good. Okay. Power. Blank screen after 5 minutes. Suspend and power button. And let's move on to network. Devices. The usual here. Looks like you can scale this 100% or 200%. Alright, very good. Alright, displays, keyboard, mouse, and the usual here. I will not go through all of this. Pretty much self-explanatory. And details about my machine. This is a rather modest machine running this off 6 gigabytes of RAM. So yeah, overall, nothing unusual here. Let's go ahead and let's move along. Alright, so this has an easy, what I call automatic installer for beginners. You can install this either as a dual boot to your Windows or as a full install. If you're going to do a dual boot, remember, always back up. You should be backing up anyway, regardless of what you use. But yeah, I don't think you'll have any problems with this. Just keep in mind that this is still a beta. It is a pre-release, so this will have bugs. So I definitely would not install this as a dual boot right now, come to think of it. Do it, test it off a USB stick, or if you have a spare machine or want to buy a spare machine, buy a ThinkPad, test it that way. That's the only way to tell for sure if it's going to work the way you want it to. But again, this is a beta. Let's see. I'm going to move this over here. I guess I could minimize it. Okay. We have a dock or a panel here at the bottom. I think we can move this. This has some tweaks installed. And if you hit the super key, it brings up the nice menu here by categories. And I think that can be changed. We're going to see if we can find it. So the usual here, time and date, and the settings, and the vocal screen. I will leave that the way it is. Right clicking on the panel will not do anything. Some shortcuts here: vocal screen, the software center. I prefer the Synaptic Package Manager once you get a little bit more advanced. But yeah, I think this looks fine. You know, I'm not really that picky when it comes to, you know, looks or stuff like that. Let's see here. The file manager. This is probably going to be Nautilus if I recall. Again, nothing unusual here. Yeah. This looks quite fine. Going back here, let's see. I want to make sure this is recording, and it is. Okay, very good. All right, Firefox is installed by default, and the Zorin start button, as I like to call it. Let's get out of that. Alright, some favorites here to the left. Accessories. Nothing unusual. Let's see if the weather works. I have to type in the zip code. Oh no, it's automatic. Check it out. Let's see the weather. Yuck, 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 and yuck. Okay, it's still cold here in Ohio. Alright, let's move along. Games. Okay, very good. Graphics. The GIMP, very good. Internet, nothing unusual there. Office, LibreOffice by default. Sound and video. I did install MPV Media Player as a snap package and vocal screen just to see if they would install and work, and they appear to be working. System tools. Let's see here. We looked at settings. Let's go to let's go to something else here real quick. System tools, Zorin appearance. Let's try that. And we'll see what we have here. All right, desktop, theme, fonts, panel. There we go. Let's move this to the top. And you can change the height of this if you want to. Make it bigger. We can show activities button, show the desktop button, auto high, leave that the way it is. So let's see here. Alright, that's the activities. I don't see the desktop button, do I? Maybe that'll come up when you install this. Alright. Let's move along here. Zorin Connect. Connect your computer with your mobile device. Okay, just follow the instructions. Those of you who have used this, you tell me it works pretty good. I don't use it personally, but why not, right? Okay, let's go back. Did I miss anything? No. Let's go back again. Utilities. And let's take a look at the system monitor. Again, running this off a live USB stick. Okay, 2.2 gigs. Alright, nothing unusual there. Let me see. And nothing unusual here. Okay, very good. You have a search tab bar there at the top. So if we do, let's see, let's type in RHY for Rhythmbox. And again, if you've worked with or tried Ubuntu before with GNOME or GNOME, yeah, this is nothing unusual. Overall, you know, my quick look at this, yeah, you know what? I do like the modified version of the Gnome Shell for beginners. I prefer something like this. just one panel at the top with this drop down. I think they call this the categories menu if I'm not mistaken. Maybe a couple other tweaks to make this more user friendly. But overall, for a beta, it's definitely worth a shot. I mean, like I said, Zorin over the years, they've done right for beginners. Always try to make their distro as simple and as user friendly as possible. They've offered different versions, paid and free, if you so choose to support them. And you know what? Why not? Let me see. There was one more thing I wanted to take a look at. I think you can change the super key function, if I am not mistaken. Let me see. Is it under settings? No. Let's go back. I think I saw that somewhere as I was playing with this before. Let me go back. Let me see here real quick, see if I can find it. Let's see if it's in the Zorin appearance. I think you could change it so when you hit the super key, it'll change from this drop down menu to the activities. So I hit the super key, it would go straight to activities. I thought I saw that somewhere. So we got different layouts here. Theme, where did I see that? Okay, there it is. It's changing the layouts. Go to the middle one. And we'll go here to the right. And there's the home icon there. Okay, good enough. Alright, changes the looks, layout slightly if you want to, customize it somewhat out of the box. Well, you know what? Overall, I like it. Alright, this is the default look for Gnome Shell. At least it is for me. So, yeah, definitely worth a shot. Take a look at this. I'll have a link for this below in the show notes. Looks polished for a beta. Again, it is a beta, so don't do this as a dual boot or try to use this every day. There's probably some bugs somewhere. But again, if you have a spare machine or want to test this off a USB, yeah, why not? Alright, so if my vocal screen didn't crash, I'm going to stop this right now. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you on the next one.